We are talking about which lines get tossed onto the boat first and which lines get tossed onto the boat last.
It is a tricky approach here in Ocracoke. We knew this was gonna happen.
Finding your way and navigating around Ocracoke is pretty easy.
Apparently in 1718, that was the year that Blackbeard, the famous pirate Blackbeard, died here in Ocracoke.
We're Jen, Elliot, and Ollie. In 2019, we booked a one-way flight to Colombia, and after traveling to 11 countries, we were locked down in India for 5 months. Coming back to the US, we decided to pivot into boat life and cruise on a 6,000-mile journey called America's Great Loop. Make sure to subscribe as we share the highs, lows, and everything in between. This morning we are leaving Oriental, North Carolina from a dock. So the first thing that we need to do is talk about our lines. And that means we are talking about which lines get tossed onto the boat first and which lines get tossed onto the boat last. And that kind of goes into which lines are most taut and which lines are holding the boat in a way that we can control the boat best.
Yeah, the wind's coming this way, right? Pushing us this way onto the dock, so that's good.
Yeah, let's see how... Yeah, this line actually over here is pretty taut.
Well, it just started gusting. That wind hasn't been here.
Of course. Okay, if this wind continues then, that line over there should be the last line that we do.
That sounds fine.
Okay.
I'm okay with that because I can keep the boat here in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
What I'll need you to do is just make sure as we're leaving, keep an eye on two things. The midship with this point and the stern with that point. Because I'm going to be turning like that. So my stern's going to become pushed out near there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Go team. What's our motto?
Slower than slow.
Yes.
Ollie's already ready. Like always, sitting in Admiral's chair. Release the lines.
Midship is on the boat.
Alright. Now me, I prepared the wheel, hard rudder to the left, so that way I can always keep my stern away from this dock that the wind's pushing us to. Bless you. And I also turned on my bow thruster, so I'm ready. And I'm just keeping an eye on the boat, making sure that, just trying to watch the motions of the boat so I can be ready to kind of act it. Like I can see if we're going backwards a little bit, but we have the forward bow line on. I can check over here. Thank you. And Jen calls out whenever we have a line done, so good communication.
Bow line is on the boat.
All right.
I am on the boat. Midship is on the boat. All lines are on the boat. Stern is clear.
All right. Sweet, 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 sweet. Good job, babe. And that is how we do it at Joe and Joe. We love, honestly, it's sad to leave Oriental. It's such a cool spot. Like, just town is cool. I mean, there's not another word that more aptly describes it, you know. It's quaint, it's not huge, it's not over commercialized. The people are the friendliest people. There's good food, there's good drinks, you know, it's got it all. Good job, babe.
Yeah, it's stirring in my bones. It's got me dreaming of chasing that golden coast. We just gotta live in the moment.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pack your bags and I'll grab the door. We'll head straight for the sun. I've been thinking we should get away. Leave our troubles for another day.
Fair winds and following seas today.
has been such a gorgeous cruise today across the Neuse River into the Pamlico Sound. And now we're finally approaching Ocracoke. So it was just wide open. It was like we were traveling across the ocean. It was so wild and magical. We've only seen like 3 boats today, which has been just crazy. Now the final approach into Ocracoke is pretty tough. We got messages from a few people that it's very unforgiving, it's very shoaly, and since it's considered a hard grounding if you do go aground, Sea-Tail won't pull you off, which are not great things to hear. So we're going to be like going extra slow once we kind of turn around the final bends in the last maybe half mile before the harbor, and just taking it nice and slow and making sure we are in the channel and watching our depth very closely.
Pack your bags and I'll grab the keys. We'll head straight for the sun. I've been thinking we should get away. Leave our troubles for another day. Gonna take you to a sunny place. I just wanna be.
Hi.
We're approaching Ocracoke. Got like our depth finder is reading 3 and 4 feet.
Oh.
So, but that's under the keel, so we still have a few more above that.
Do you have Aquamaps on?
No, Aquamaps is good for the other entrance, not for this entrance. This entrance is Navionics. Once we get into the harbor, then we can use Navionics.
Okay.
I mean, then we can use Aquamaps.
Okay.
I'm gonna use restroom, so you wanna take over?
Great. Okay.
And paradise, you and I, paradise, you and I. I've been thinking we should get away. Leave our troubles for another day.
It is a tricky approach here in Ocracoke. The markers switch, and the inlet to this harbor is tiny. And there's rocks on each side, and we knew that this was gonna happen. The wind just started picking up here at 2 p.m. so we're gonna take it nice and slow. I've already bumped the RPMs down. I like going just as slow as possible whenever it's a little tricky, because that way if I needed to bump it into reverse or something, I don't have to also take the throttle down, because you can't really do that at full throttle. So we're gonna focus on our approach, make sure it's safe. We already saw 2 big ferries leave earlier, so I don't know if there's any more here right now, but that's, I mean, if there's a ferry, we're gonna have to let them go on through. There's probably just room for 1 boat.
Ollie, what do you think of the approach? Do you think that's a solid plan? Are you sniffing the new smells already? Oh boy, new sniffs. That's what I'm talking about.
You and I, paradise, you and I. I've been thinking we should get away. Leave our troubles for another day. I've been thinking we should get away. Let our worries all fade away.
We have followed Aquamaps coming in here, and you have to, because there's a big shoal like right in the middle if you turn too far in on the starboard side. So now we're just gonna drop the hook. There's plenty of room here in Silver Lake Harbor, and good enough depth. It's like 10 feet all around besides the shoal. Let's drop the hook and then explore Ocracoke. Yay! Let's go explore! Just gonna get Fred down. We'll be ready.
Are you ready to go? Where are we going? Oh boy. Are you ready to sniff some new places? Yeah, you're ready. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's go check out the town. The National Park Service has the docks that you're supposed to dinghy to here. And we're gonna say hi to another couple loopers who came in just before us. Sped right by.
So we just got to shore via the public dock that is run by the National Park Service. And this dock is free for day use only. However, there are a few docks that you can pay for overnight stay, and they have electricity and water.
So it'd be $55
Per hour.
for our boat size. It's a good deal. Now, if you're like me and you were wondering what part of the National Park Service is here in Ocracoke, because never heard of it, and Ocracoke is part of the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. And so this is the second national seashore we've been to on the loop so far, because Cumberland Island is also a national seashore. So we're gonna take our time, explore this island that's only accessed by boat. You can bring your car here on a ferry, but other than that, it's boat only. And so there's a few museums, there's a couple hikes, and some good food. Now, the museum unfortunately is closed today. It's closed on Sundays. Open every other day of the week. But we just learned that there was a steamboat named Home that crashed onto the beach here, and apparently 95 people died on the boat, 95 out of 130. So the largest disaster on the North Carolina coast. And so because of that, that's why Congress passed the Steamboat Act, which requires a life vest per person on a passenger vehicle. So it's kind of neat. These gravestones contain the bodies of 4 British seamen. In the earlier part of World War II, we had a trawler on loan from Great Britain, and it was sunk just outside of Ocracoke by a German U-boat. And so we've heard that this is sovereign land for England here in the United States. I'm not quite sure how true that is, but it's really neat that these, sailors that were protecting the US are honored here in Ocracoke. It's hilarious. Ollie's like under the table. Cool off, good girl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's a lot of different kinds of rentals that are available on Ocracoke, including vehicles, 4x4s, so bikes, golf carts, kayaks. I think that's it. But there's quite a few means of transportation to get around the island, but also to via water and land, which is pretty neat.
And we're taking it the old-fashioned way and just walking around.
We just stopped by Taqueria 504, which is a food truck, a Mexican food truck, and ordered some fish tacos. So we're super excited.
It was super nice because we were here at 4:30. They close at 4.
Tacos! Oh my gosh. Now I'm questioning, why did we decide to share one order?
We're on a budget.
We're on a budget.
And if you want to learn more about the budget, make sure you check out showandjoe.com, where we have our Great Loop budget expenses. This will be on our expenses for next month.
This is totally worth it though. Like,
oh, absolutely.
110%. I think this might be a hot sauce, and then there's a creamy sauce. Let's see. No, that's a sauce. Ooh, that is, yeah. Oh yeah.
Comes back in for the round 2.
Yeah, one's creamy, one's like a salsa, but it has a little bit of kick to it. Nice. Pretty good though, pretty good.
All right, moments of truth.
Okay.
Hey, 2 bites, come on, tell me what it's like. You know it's good when Jennifer gives it a 2 bites.
Fresh ingredients, creaminess of the sauce. You have the blackened fish which has like a little bit of heat to it also. Super fresh though, does not taste fishy. And yeah, you have the crunch of the lettuce, you have the crunch of the like pico in there. It is divine. It is so good. And you have the creaminess of this pink sauce to kind of like balance the heat of the blackened fish and of the red salsa.
Wow.
Oh, so good.
Oh yeah. That looks juicy. After those amazing fish tacos, we're heading just up the road a little bit to the Ocracoke Brew House.
I got a peach goza, which was basically from a guest tap, and then I got their hazy IPA.
We ain't got pockets full of money, but we're rich in other things. This highway is our living room, we're swimming in the mystery. We're living in the moment.
I was curious why this brewery was named 1718, and obviously the 1700s, that was a big point of history, like with the English settling in America. And apparently in 1718, that was the year that Blackbeard, the famous pirate Blackbeard, died here in Ocracoke. So this brewery's name is 1718. Pretty neat. Now Blackbeard, the famous pirate, he was well known for pirating these waters, so the Pamlico Sound, the Albemarle. And back in the day, this inlet, like just north of here, is called the graveyard of the Atlantic because the way the Gulf Stream comes through, it's very close. So there's a lot of current and there's a lot of shoaling, a lot of rocks. So a lot of boats have sunk here. And so what we've heard is that on rough days, nobody comes through the inlet because, you know, this is back in the day. Like rough days, people didn't come through because it's too dangerous. But fair weather days, people didn't want to come through because you had Blackbeard and you had pirates. So it's just like an interesting tidbit for this region of the United States. I highly recommend coming to 1718. The brews were fantastic. Now we're gonna walk along this highway back to the historic village part of Ocracoke and hopefully get to see the lighthouse.
Finding your way and navigating around Ocracoke is pretty easy because if you're looking for the lighthouse, you look for Lighthouse Road. If you're looking for the British Cemetery, you look for British Cemetery Road. It's pretty intuitive, which is really nice. But as we are walking around, we do wish that we had bikes. Otherwise, we wish that we had more time here. We just don't. But if we had bikes, we think we'd be able to get to places faster and then like see more stuff. But you know, if you had a bike, if you had rented a golf cart, if you rented a car, you could definitely see a lot more of Ocracoke.
This lighthouse, the Ocracoke Inlet Lighthouse, is the nation's second oldest still operating lighthouse. And unfortunately, it's not open to the public. It's run by the Coast Guard. So we're not gonna go inside, but it is pretty cool and it seems very old. I think it's from 1823. A lot of history here in Ocracoke. It's just really neat and it's really fun like coming to these places and learning about them because it makes it click. Time to go back to where we're anchored. Silver Lake. As if we forgot, there's a street sign that says it. Just like everything else. You know,
So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our cruise from Oriental to Ocracoke. We're gonna be like Ollie and we're gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
How you doing, Ollie?
It is time for dinner.
The wind is also a national sheesh. And
Do I have stuff all over my face?
no. This is definitely the best lighthouse on Ocracoke Island. Hands down. Shall we head back to Pivot? Chateau Pivot?
Ollie, do you want some broccoli?
Broccoli? Food?
We hope you enjoy our cruise from Oriental to Ononcock and how we plan the Great Loop.
Ocracoke is, you said Ononcock is
Oh
Virginia.
yeah. Oh yeah.